Hi everybody, and welcome to week 3. I hope everything's going well. Um, this video is going to real quick walk through assignments for this week and expectations. You have your peer review coming up, and you can watch a video about peer review and in which I talk about the rubric and I talk about the review sample and the expectations for the assignment. That video is on the actual project description linked to at the top of our Moodle homepage. For this week, week 3, your readings are the papers that are uploaded to the peer review forum. So your group mates papers, you'll be reading 2 to 3 papers and responding to them. I'm going to spread the extra work around for the semester so everybody's doing the same amount of work. Let's see, the writings are, your peer reviews are due by May 20th. You upload those with comments, as I explained in the project description in the video, to the peer review forum. That whole process is covered in last week's video and in the peer review video, so you can go through that process and figure out that process there, or if you have trouble, email me. Other piece of writing is to revise the first paper based on the comments that you get from peer review and based on your own reading, with the final due by May 24th, and there is an upload to Moodle. Everything is linked to under week 3. Third, there's an APA tutorial and quiz that I'd like you to complete by the end of week 4, and those are all linked there under week 3. And under the interactive APA tutorial, or the APA formatting and quiz, you can, and I expect you to, email me your quiz results at the end, and my email is giberso2@oakland.edu. That's just so I can see that you went through it. You can retake it, so there's no reason why anyone should send me a quiz that is not 100% correct. And that pretty much covers the week. Just a brief comment on revision. Revision needs to be understood not as simply editing or correcting what's there. Revision needs to be approached holistically. In other words, since we are looking at peer review and working within our peers' papers to comment on content and ideas and organization, the expectation is that you will read and revise your own papers in a similar way. If we think back to the idea that writing is a process, the final thing that we do in that process is edit for correctness. I'm an author. I've published a couple of books, and I publish articles and book reviews and things like that. And I'm also editor of an academic journal, assistant editor. The last thing that happens with any piece of writing that I work with, and this is true for all professional writers, is a final copy edit where you look for correctness. What comes before that is focuses primarily on content, getting the content right. If you don't have something to say, or you don't communicate what it is you're trying to say effectively, what's the use of saying it correctly is kind of the point. So your revisions should focus on conveying your ideas to your audience first, and the last thing that you do before you upload and turn your paper is look at it for correctness. So when I say revision, I mean working out the content in an effort to communicate most effectively with your audience, and finally doing the last copy edit before turning in. So that is what revision is and what I expect from you. So, and finally, the peer review rubric that I gave you, that is also the rubric that I use, the holistic rubric that I use for grading papers. So that's the kind of thing, those are the kind of things that I look for. That's what I grade for. So when you look at that rubric for peer review, understand that that's also the rubric that I use for grading. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me. Papers are due by May 24th, and I will hopefully have those graded within 2 or 3 days of the 24th. That is my plan, and we will move on from there. Again, any questions, as always, email me.